Hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Save some trouble for me. Without will be. I'm not looking for harmony. So cause some damage and make me bleed. Give your mindless chatter for free. Keep that shit away from me. Don't want nothing beautiful to see.
Everybody jumping in. 1 second,
I
everyone.
wanna see how ugly you can be. If you're looking for a way to break my heart, if you're looking for an end to bring you a start, if you're looking for a way to shake my bones, if you're looking for a way to be left alone with the fires of hell scorching my feet,
I think he's
set some
up.
trouble for me.
Hell yeah. How's everyone doing? Let's load up.
Here's the
Fuck yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cheers, Big Word. How you doing, my man?
Big
Cheers,
word.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
Kingfisher.
How's everybody tonight?
Cheers, Kingfish. Cheers, our man.
All right. Well, you know what? It's fucking. This is awesome. We got a full panel kicking off right off the bat. I want to just go around and kind of circle and just say hi to everyone, and do the good old what who else smoking on all that stuff. Colton, you're at the top right next to me, so we'll start with you, brother, just because it's easiest that way. How you doing? We don't get to see you too often on Fridays.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing good. Kids are upstairs watching a movie, and I figured, why the fuck not? So here I am.
Yeah, letting the technology do a little bit of parenting once in a while is not a bad thing whatsoever.
Yeah.
As long as it's done in moderation and great time and place,
Well,
time
the
and place
youngest-
for everything.
You
The
hold on.
youngest had her tonsils out, so it's just a chill night for everybody. Chill night. So sometimes you need it.
It was an adenoid tonsils thing together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Abigail had that one done just at the beginning of summer, just before.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
Let out.
Tons of fun, man.
So what are you twisting up there?
I don't actually know what it is. It's either the Chimera 3 or the Flying Hawaiian, but it's like severely under dried. But I'm 2 days from harvest, and I'm not about to go out and spend another $100 on a shitty ounce. So I was like, fuck it. I cut a couple branches at like day 54, and they're almost dry. So we're gonna smoke it. Good enough for me. Cheers, Jay. It is feeling a bit better. Thanks, man.
I've all been there. I see GBA freaking kicking back, maxing, relaxing on the big boss man chair. How you doing tonight, brother?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. We're heavy into the trim session here. I'm just taking a break here. I'll go back up and join them in a minute. We're damn near through the grape hoolie, so it's nice. We got one plant down, basically. So I'm just chilling, just had dinner. Nice to see you. Good group of guys here, man. This is what it's all about, the Friday Night Shit Show, having multiple friends from the cannabis community join us. So I thank all you guys for jumping on tonight. It's awesome.
That was awesome. All right, I'm gonna kick it on over to J5. How are you doing, brother?
What up, Boof Crew? I'm hoping you all can hear me and see me. I'm trying to get you on the TV. I'm like, dude, I got this set up now, but it don't work anyway. So I'm gonna roll up some of this no joke of some of these little lowers that seem to be ready to smoke. Give that a little twist and sample.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get into the trimming myself.
Nice. Seems like we'll have a bit of a trim party going on here.
What's your no joke smell like?
So I guess I better go get my gloves and my trim tray, eh? Like I can't use it as an excuse here.
I'm not the best at this, but it smells fucking good. I'll say that.
Huh.
I have one that smells
Let
like
me get a dry
grapes.
hit here.
One that smells like grapes and one that smells like orange chicken.
This is the orange chicken. It does kind of have that citrusy, sweet kind of smell to it. Thank you for that. I would have struggled. The trophy.
It's kicking on up to Thunder Dan. The screen got all changed up there. Now I was like, oh, what order now? I'm confused. But I see Thunder Dan. That's an easy one in the red shirt. So we'll go with you. How you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. Cheers, y'all. Happy Friday.
What you puffing on?
I got some a salad joint of diesel butter and Storm Shadow right now, but I also have some Pure Widow rosin or resin, whatever the fuck, the Clay Pipes gave me. So I'll bang that out later.
Nice. Are you gonna kick her down to Sniff? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Just out in the garage here trimming up some Banana Daddy and my Black Widow. Put on some Mr. Thunder Dan there. Smoking that as needed.
Kind of flavor terpene profiles you getting out of that?
You know me. I can't tell the way it smells. So. it's good weed. It's good weed.
It's good weed.
Yeah.
I love it.
It does the job. It does the job.
Hey, sometimes that's all you need to hear is it's
Yep.
good. It's good enough to hear. Let's go over to Kingfisher. How you doing?
I'm doing good. No complaints over here.
Nice. You smoking on a little no joke too, or you got it switched up tonight?
I got some of the Sleeping Bear going right now. It's okay. I mean, I roll a great big king size of it, so it should do the job being basically like 2 joints.
Excellent. Like that. I can see. I keep getting notifications about people trying to get in. If it's not letting you in, it's because we've actually got a full panel, it's been a long time since we've had this issue. So, my apologies. It is what it is. But yeah, Artman, I'm high as shit. I want to do a dab, but I want to make sure I say hi to everyone because we don't do this, right? It's we'll get 2 people in, and then we'll fucking swirl off on a really good tangent of some sorts. And it looks like our man's got the glass and the hash going together as per usual. Oh, yeah. But they do go so well.
Yep, Amy Ace's hash from the American one. So it's good shit, man.
Okay. And then we got Big Word. What do you got going on, man? It looks like we might even got you distracted, so maybe we can. Oh no, you're on.
Okay, I'm just putting a dab into the rig so that when you hit the dab frog at some point, I don't have to scramble to be able to do it.
Yeah. I hear that. We're coming up on that real quick as last, but certainly not least. We got Tracy. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey,
yeah,
what do you got?
We're in Trimdale, you know. He
won't
even let us go pee. Yeah, he won't even let us go pee.
I wouldn't either. I'd be like, you want to go?
You gotta earn those pee breaks.
He's yelling, but he's not like off.
I fed them and everything. They got access to water. You know, the windows.
We got a bucket to pee in.
Fucking no breaks.
Have a little whip.
Bathrooms right there.
That's funny.
Exactly how big is the bullwhip that he's using?
From the south.
So you all know how it is.
Collar thing. It's not that. It's just just for their own safety, right? They're in a new neighborhood. They don't trying to protect them.
You're a good man.
I was trying to take a break here. Now I feel bad now because like I can't sit here and not trim and watch Crazy Pop trim.
Oh, yeah, we heard you say some bullshit at the beginning saying you were coming up to go get your stuff so you could be trimming too. I see how fast you moved up here, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see.
I'm packing them all.
Victoria says, up to it, bitch.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm rolling some joints to bring up.
I don't know what I did to myself. I got the dead
Yeah.
duo up there. They're fucking hammering me, man. It's pretty bad.
Well, it sounds to me like hey, it's a great time to do a dab. We finally got in there.
I'll
So
just hang it down.
pinkies
here.
up, y'all.
Here's the chat while this is going on. Everyone, good to see y'all. Jay Patrick, Bro Brandon, Bro Brando, Modern Genetics, Lil E-Bud, Jim Kelmer, She Grows the Dank, Uli, Lobster, Icini, Sheldon. Hell yeah, y'all.
I've even seen I've seen a couple new names in there. One of them even blamed Artman for that. So cheers, thanks Artman for that one. Friend of ours, as far as I'm concerned. So, did anyone got anything awesome going on this weekend?
I've got to change a headlight. I don't know if that qualifies as awesome.
Fucking awesome.
Depending on how new your vehicle is, it can be very, very not awesome.
No, it's not awesome. Yeah. It's a 2-hour job.
Yeah.
I gotta take the wheel off and take the inner fender off and half of the front bumper. It's a pain in the ass.
To change a light?
Just to change.
Yeah, they make the simplest fix the fucking biggest pain in the ass. The simple, what should be the simplest job.
Should have thought that through a little better, in my opinion.
Well, now I'm hearing stuff like you got, like to do the spark plugs, you got to pull the entire engine and shit like that in certain vehicles. I'm like, why do we need to overcomplicate shit? Like,
My spark plugs are not easy to get to either. They are, you have to go in from the bottom of the engine because it's a boxer engine, and all of the spark plugs are down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's with my vehicle, it's a Chevy Equinox, and I typically would like to do my engine oil changes myself. Like transmission oil, stuff like that. So I'll take that to like the whole oil change, just like top whatever. And I didn't even do my transmission in my car anymore. I got to go straight to the dealership because apparently they got specialized tools for that. I'm like, well, fuck. First of all, I hate the dealership. It's friggin' just never seems like, well, I guess you're paying money anytime you go in there. So yeah, it is a bad thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just, I'm not never happy with the service or anything like that. I'd just much rather go to the oil and lube place and, you know, if I can hang out with a bunch of kids that all look like they're high off their asses as they do the oil, maybe forget the oil in the tranny, but, you know, because they're high off their asses.
It happens.
Forget to put the plug back in. Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did have a buddy once tell me he went to one of those places and they didn't put the oil in at all. And he said he got like a good couple miles down the road before he realized anything like that. And then even still got further. And by the time, you know, he's real knocking and like this, like, serious, what the fuck? So fucking figure it out, put it on the tow truck. Yeah, take it to the mechanic or whatever. And they're like, "There's no oil in your engine." They start looking at you like you're that fucking dumb.
That was the plug hadn't got put back in when they started filling it up, so it just ran through all the way through, and then got plug put in, and off you go. Good to see you.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that. And realized, oh, Now my new oil's in the pan with the oil. Oh,
Although,
put the plug in. Be like, hey, can you take me to the store so I can buy some oil?
I remember
On that one.
doing an oil change in my buddy's driveway just because he had a flat driveway and mine wasn't. Go to fire it up, and all of a sudden it's just like shut it off. Just see the oil spreading everywhere underneath my car, and I'm like, holy fuck, oh, my engine kind of thing. They're taking it apart. It was just a seal off the fucking oil filter. It didn't come off with it, right? And I didn't think to look because I didn't know any better. And so I go to put the new oil filter on, and there's two seals, and just cracked the one. So it was just like pretty cool.
yeah.
It was a big puddle. But I tell you what, that's a mistake you don't make twice.
Right?
Is that right?
For
Hope
sure.
you had a bag of kitty litter handy real quick.
That's not one that I've ever adventured into. I don't know why, but I've never was like, oh, I'm going to change the oil. I've always been just like, I'm going to take that to the oil place and let them drain it and fill it and check all the tire pressure and bullshit that they do, and then roll up out of there.
See, like, I don't mind doing a few like light like I'm not a gearhead by any means either. I'll put that out there. I'm not very mechanically inclined, but stuff like that, it gives me kind of, you know, it usually takes about a half hour, go out, do something, get a little bit of fresh air. It's been a while since I've done it because I don't have like the jacks and stuff like that or the car stand. I ain't crawling underneath my car and I ain't doing it that. Let's just say that way. You need to be able to lift it.
See, I've done brakes on my cars. I've done I changed the radiator out in my old car. I've done alternators and pulleys and shit like that, but there's some things that I'm just not willing to get into.
Oil's one of those things you change when you're 16, and then you realize it ain't worth my time. It's worth the $40 is well worth it. You know,
Yeah, not $40 anymore though. Fuck,
That's a
$90 to get my
you're
oil
right.
changed.
I know, but
Hundo.
Hundo.
so easy.
Now, when you pop the hood on a vehicle and you look down at it, most of the time all you see is a big piece of plastic with a couple of places to like check the oil, add the oil. Yeah, they cover everything
You
up.
can do that on some cars now.
You
don't
know.
check your own oil anymore. Some of those newer models, it tells you take it to the dealership. Take it to the dealership. Even if you had to change the tire, I think for crying out loud.
Okay, if you got those tire sensors and you have like different tire pressures from front to back, and they rotate your tires, all of a sudden your freaking thing's going off because our vans at work, you got 50 pounds in the front and 80 in the back, and they'll rotate them and not change the pressures. You drive out of there, you don't realize it until you get out on the highway at highway speed, and all of a sudden the thing is just handling completely wrong. You check the pressure. They never changed it. So
I absolutely love having the tire pressure sensors on my car because I am not afraid to go as off-roading as humanly possible in my car. That fucking car will get me places. And there's been times where you see that sensor start to tell you you're getting low on a tire. And you're like, okay, well, we're in a really bad situation if we don't get the fuck out of here, right? And you can at least get to a decent place or pull stuff out that we can put your little dummy tire on. It's not so bad to get home. Or, if you're really getting out there, you'll have a full-size spare with you that you can just throw on there. And then got little dummies, you're like your backup. I'm actually stoked to have a new set of tires on there, like just right before I came to see Bolt there in August. I think it was like the week before that. I got a new set of tires on. The last 2 summers previous that I didn't do much off-road because it was like they're like not quite baloney skins, but they're pretty well fucking there. And it's just like, okay, well, I can get one more season out of them, right? Just being that guy.
racing slicks. Yes, you can do that.
Yeah.
Jason sounds like he unknowingly has a UTV that was stolen and left somewhere.
Oh. Dude, that's a sweet score. I gotta say. Fixed it for $275. Hell yeah. Yeah. That's one of those ones where just the entry level price of something like that, and then like price of upgrading them. Like, I'd love to have a side by side. I'm guessing that's what he's talking about there. I almost like think I'd go with like a Suzuki Sidekick, like one of those little tiny those things are like
The Barbie Jeep?
Yeah, I'll paint it pink too.
I thought for a second that Kingfisher was telling us that Jade Bro had some kind of urinary tract infection.
That's what I thought. You know, like I got that in '92.
I'm like, whoa,
Him too.
We're opening up. Getting a little personal tonight.
I'm just keeping up with Chad a little bit too.
I wish I could do that.
I can't do
that.
that.
Yeah.
I try. I'm doing all right tonight.
I can put that link in there, Fluff, but we got a full panel, so nobody can get in anyways. This is like, yeah, only 10 people. But what I did notice that when there was last time someone was trying to get in, because I get a notification in my screen saying there's people trying to get in, and now it looks like streaming.
I'm gonna go join screen share, so we open up here.
All right.
Up there, so give me a minute, or I'm gonna jump out right now. I think Crazy Palm will jump off, and we'll jump back on my computer or something.
One of us is jumping off, so there's a spot available coming up soon.
I will leave right now. Bye.
Thanks for being here.
See you soon, G-Mate.
Good dude about that. All right, well, I guess now I better figure out how to put the link in and
I'm
pin it.
gonna pop off too there, so I'm going in the house too. I'll just watch them in there. So have a good evening, folks.
All right, I hope you have a great night, dude.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
While I'm trying to figure all this out, why don't you all hit that like and subscribe button, because I think I just about got this paste figured out. There we go. We get that pinned up there. So get a few new people in there. To anybody that was trying to get in earlier and couldn't, or my bad, but like I said, if we're gonna maybe do this, maybe on once a month kind of thing, and it looks like people jump in on this level, which we absolutely love to see the participation. This is why we started doing the Friday night shit show. It started off with the two of us on the panel, but there's like so many awesome people in the chat that we were meeting on Cannabis IG and other places. We're like, fuck, we want to meet you guys too. Come hang out with us. This is the, and then after a few years, people just didn't. That's life sometimes, right? What can you do?
Well, and Friday nights too is one of those things where it's, especially in the summertime, people want to go do stuff on Friday nights. That's.
Like honestly, it was a relief to not have to worry about the show during Friday nights during the summer, because like there's in the previous years it's held you back from doing certain stuff, and if there's something you really want to do, you're gonna go do it. There's usually enough people that are around to cover it for you and stuff. At the same time, it doesn't feel right when you're constantly skipping shows. So just to kind of put it to bed, just like TV shows do for a bit, right? And it's like, if something awesome's happening, or we just feel like we're in the mood, I do one or two maybe throughout the summer, and once a month, maybe twice a month. Like, we'll see. We'll just see how it feels. Nice. What are we looking at there?
What do you got?
This is the 09 Animal Cookie by Apples and Banana.
Hell yes.
Nice. Nothing cookie-like. Pretty unique in the terpene. This is one of the 3 clones I kept from plants last year. It's a tasty one. These little buds will show up better.
Seen a lot of good buds from J5 this year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Been doing good, man.
All I do is water. Soil takes care of the rest. All praise to the soil.
And drag tarp.
The amount of plants that you have going on those tours that keep giving us are pretty badass. I'm excited to see whatever you do again next year.
We'll be at her again. New year, same shit, different shit, but same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick
Yeah, well,
Septoria's fucking ass next year. I'm gonna make Septoria my bitch. That's my goal next year.
Have you heard to broad fork your soil to loosen it up?
Yeah. Have I done it?
Because
No.
it's in they say Septoria lives in compacted soils. It's one
It
of
does. It lives in the soil. That's for sure. I can
yeah.
testify to that. I tried to keep it at I tried to keep it at bay this year with just ridiculous amounts of straw.
Nice.
On like 12-inch layers. 3 times I did it this year. I'd mulch at least 12 inches, and it still made its way up. I've always been more like bacterial. I kind of push the bacteria because I got hugel. I make hugel beds. I call them because I don't make mounds because I want the ceiling space for the greenhouse. But so I figured the wood, fungal wood, so that's kind of covered there. And trichoderma is kind of a big bully anyway, so I've always pushed, on the bacteria side of things. And I got to switch that up and hammer them with some trichoderma and get the combo of the two going, and that's my plan of attack.
Those are beauty
Oh, yeah,
kingfish.
Kingfisher.
Oh, great. I was wondering if you were going to break some out, man.
Oh yeah,
Great job, dude.
Jim was asking for them.
Yeah, show another one, dude.
Here, I got. These are all of the
Yes,
weed ones I got.
Okay.
Put you back up there. There we go.
Yeah, let's check them out, man.
And it's all watercolors, right?
Yeah, watercolor.
Fucking beautiful.
That's
He
cool.
does really good work. He does.
These ones are. This is like what would be called a diptych. So like 2 pieces, but they would.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That looks sweet, framed up on the wall.
Sure will.
Are these strain specific kingfish, or is this like stuff you've actually grown? Some of them.
Some of it is, and some of it's not. Some of it's just when I was, one of the things I've always heard is you paint what you love. So
Well, it appears as though you have fallen hard for this girl.
Man, I like that one. That one's fucking.
That's beautiful, dude.
This one's the juice box.
Oh, okay, nice.
Cool. That's a nice one. That's a 41 cross, yeah, under the runts.
41 to what is
White
juice box to white runts.
Yeah, I had a couple from that 41 pollen donor that were pretty nice. My favorite out of a lot of them was the Chem Sys, which I don't even think he released. He did a Chem Sys or a 41 under the Chem Sys, and there was no color in it. All came up green bug, and just 41's kind of funky, and 41's kind of fucking thing.
I tried the I grew, what was the other one I grew?
Jelly bean.
Jelly bean. Loud jelly bean. Which is
That's
Candyland.
for Candyland. Yeah, I grew that
Yeah.
one too.
And that one was just like juice box, but light. Like just like a light version of it. Same flavor profile, similar high, but it was just like the juice box is a 9 and it was like a 6 type thing.
Right. Yeah, with that 41, I don't know, it's been my observation that the pollen donor on those stem crosses typically expresses more. Then you add 41 on top of that, everything's just little teeny little nuances, like you said, very similar, but that white runs added something to it that made it a 9 versus a 6, you know. And that's like how I found one of those ones in that Chem-Sys was like that for me.
Oh, we lost Thunder Dan.
And I like the fact that it's actually green bud. You know, it's got like no color, so it's kind of different for gelato-y kind of.
And he's back.
Wrong button.
Wrong, but man, I wish I had $1 for every time I did that.
Yeah, no shit. Be able to afford my next script and boot camp if I had that.
Wrong button.
So I was all excited thinking my first harvest here be coming up in about a month, and I'm looking at the plants at week 6 right now, and I'm thinking y'all got more than 4 weeks.
No.
Like you don't look like you're at week 6 yet. You look like you're at like a really strong week 4 or 5 kind of thing.
Those sativas.
Yeah, that grapefruit one, it was it's pretty narrow leafed, so shouldn't be surprised. And then that wide snow, that one I know is like you're looking at 12 to 14 weeks, but it's kind of stalled out a little bit. It seems. So I don't.
What's up with Canadians and being like mystified with like equatorial sativa? You know, what's up with y'all and wanting to grow these super crazy ass long
16-week
Not
flower?
me. Not me. I was just gonna say I'm glad I'm on a 56 to 58 day fucking done.
Well, you know what it's like to like you want things you can't have.
That's
I
it.
told you no, so you fucking were just like fuck that. It's kind of, I think, something like that. Because, like, you know, that shit ain't meant to grow up here. And we're like, oh, fucking do it. It's redneck in here, right?
G-Bay put that shit outside. I was like, what? There? He was like, yeah, man. I was like, oh, shit.
That Hawaiian was like, oh, please.
But, like, honestly, I love the effects of a lot of this long leaf or narrow leaf stuff. But it's the problem. So I like to have some around. The thing is, you can't have too much of it around because then you're just not there.
You got a weird thing going on with your microphone tonight, Caribou.
Yeah, you just petered off, but yeah, totally fucking faded out.
Sometimes you're good, and then as you're talking, you just slowly just fade out.
Okay, let me try and figure something out here.
You're better now.
Maybe it's just kind of directional or something. I don't know.
Is the microphone in your
headphone
that you're using?
I'm not trying to use the one in my headphones, but it could be that it just turned itself on anyways.
You sound good now.
Yeah.
Just up the volume a slight bit. You're good.
All right. Let's see.
No, I have very limited experience, you know, growing equatorials up on the 45th, but I have dabbled a bit. And I've noticed that there's some that will start that will trigger and start flowering like middle of summer, you know, so like it'll take like a 16 weeker and it's finishing along the same time as like 10, 11, 12 weeker. So just top it off and start showing section and stretching a month before everybody else.
Yeah.
So, you know, there is that aspect to some of them. Anyway.
That's really cool. That's well, it's in a sense it almost cuts a weird, you know, like if in like weird stoner off the flowering time.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I hope it don't.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Art, man. 4 months is a long time to have fucking
take my flower room out for 4 months. Well, now don't get me wrong.
Right?
That shit not
I love that.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's tough.
But that's why we do like a couple at a time, right? Like I can't do a full run
Yeah.
It's the Thunderdome.
No, this is the other room.
Oh, come on.
This is my
The mini
Pheno.
dome.
I see.
The Thunderdome and the other
The
dome.
Pheno room.
Yeah, this is my Pheno hunt of
Like, it's doing pretty
Pure
good.
Widow in the back, and I got some sour pine sap in here too. What these tall ones are.
Looking good.
Yeah.
It's the Thunderdome.
Oh yeah.
Sip container.
All the gnomes hanging out there, making sure everything's good to go.
Keeping the IPM up.
Yeah, man. Scare the bugs away.
I got nothing but love for my gnomies.
Bugs. Yeah, man. I am
Looking
so
good,
surprised it has not kicked the fuck out. But hey, man, good job. Internet's doing its job.
Right.
Bang.
Lord of the Rings. God, I had that watch for a long time.
So Artman's gonna do something real fucking awesome and do a giveaway tonight. Artman, what you got going on, brother?
Fuck yeah, bro.
I got some seeds from my buddy OC Grower 76. These are regs. They're called Zushi Banger. It's blue Zushi crossed with Too Much Z crossed with Lime Banger. They're a Skittles heavy cultivar, but they are regs. Let's see, and he breeds them specially for hash rosin. So I mean, don't get me wrong, the flower is excellent. So anything coming from him,
But it's meant for squishing.
that's what he definitely squishes hash rosin. That's his specialty.
Fuck
So
yeah.
for any of you rosin squishers out there, this is
Hey,
Cool.
there's high and tight when we need it.
Yeah. High and tight. Is he in the
Watch, maybe
chat?
he'll come.
Probably not.
His ears will ring. He'll hear us talking about hash and stuff like that. I'm like, ooh.
Send the vibe out, bro.
Da-da-da.
and this is
So there we go.
too. This is international for anybody. So I got these new international stamps. We're going to try it out. However, I want to say that if it doesn't make it through your customs, I'm not going to do it twice. You know, I mean, I'd be glad to put it out there, but you understand that, I hope.
Yeah, only play the game once.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right, everyone. Since our man's such a badass and doing this giveaway for us here, we're gonna shout him out and type his name in there and get yourself entered in here.
Get it.
Oh, yeah.
And I shout out OC Grower 76. He's been mailing me a bunch of different ones, and I'm going to get a new pack coming up. So maybe I'll come back on one of the other Friday night shit shows. Do it again.
Fuck yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
Cake in the cup.
Cheers, Clay.
Galaxy.
Ubi.
Send it to Cake. I'll even send it to Cake. I swear.
Cheers, Hoops.
I'm hoping to get a good sized package down to Cake or one of the other fellows down in the great down under there. Great to see some of the crew stuff growing down there. Fluff, he's got some pretty cool stuff going on. Good to see that going down there. See how the fellas can do with it. My understanding is most of y'all are in touch with one another.
So speaking of cake in Australia, dude, I'm gonna be harvesting that secret cake in the cup shit probably Sunday. I'll probably do it on Smart Show.
Cool. Hell
I still
yeah.
got seed plants down there. I've got one of the OG Eddie, left by Whitethorn Road bag seeds still standing. Got it. That and a bunch of seed plants, a bunch of shit full of seeds. Yeah, almost done. I'm I'm curious to see how that freaking OG Eddie Lep white thorn handled the last week since I've been there, damn near. And it's been cold. Like 30s for a week straight. Anybody else have any plants still out?
Kill the bugs.
I got a male outside I'm trying to get some pollen off of. So he's having to deal with the 39 and shit at night. Good job, buddy.
Did your dad pull every single plant up there at his spot inside, or what?
No, yeah, all the plants are gone now, so we're good. It's just regular old plants. I got some inside, but they ain't gonna get pollinated by this dude. Well, they will. The 5 I have in here that I'm gonna hit are gonna be. They're in that little pheno hunt room. It's just too tempting, man, to not just F2 a little selection, you know? I'm trying to find some pine. Look for me. You're doing all these damn plants out there, and don't be fucking talking about you got some damn pine and you ain't got no cut. So don't be, you know, if you go talk about pine, you gotta have a cut.
But, yeah, there's no skunk until I see it and smell it and smoke it. Like, I won't even listen to it. I'm not hearing it. Like, if somebody's got skunk, we're gonna know somebody's got skunk. You know what I mean? It's gonna be quite popular.
I don't know.
There's whispers.
Been searching for it for the last few years.
Yeah, there's whispers that it's out there.
I've gone past a couple of places where you get a skunkish smell, and you know it's not the animal, but it's not the old smell that everybody's looking for. But you kind of get that hint of it, and it's like somebody's got a field or a nice grow going. You know it's there, but it's not as overpowering as it used to be.
That one nugget in a cigarette cellophane in your pocket, stinking up the whole entire class type skunk.
That's it.
Yeah, you got it double bagged. You climb in the vehicle with somebody, and they look at you and just don't move, and they stare. You're like, what?
If it's more than an ounce, you got it in the trunk, you can still smell it in your car.
Oh, yeah.
Cake in the Cup has a question here about males. I have a male plant in with a couple females. They're at the end of week 4 of flower. I would think by now
you need him dumping now.
Well, he's probably pre-popped a few times. I don't know if he's dumping, but he's damn sure squirted a few times. The issue is when they break down how that fucking little cluster is. So, you have the flower, and then you have the little pendulum thing with the little banana-looking fuckers that come down. They say that each one of those little banana-looking rascals has like 10,000 pollen grains inside of it. And then you look at it, and there's like, 10 to 12 of them little rascals hanging. And then you look around, and then there's like, 10 to 12 little flowers that are open just like it. And so you just start multiplying, and then you just get millions and millions and millions of pollen, so that's how it gets all psycho. But I plan on waiting for him to pop open and then collecting it and bringing it in, and then doing some selective pollination on some branches,
Well, I seen in chat.
Go ahead.
It said Thunder Dan sounds like a cowboy. He does kind of sound a little cowboyish, don't he?
I was raised on a cow farm, so I don't know. Maybe I am a cowboy.
So he spent out on the farm today.
No, I didn't get to do a whole lot on the farm today, man. The voting people. Dude rolled up at my house, and my wife hit me with a Ring camera picture of a dude on the front porch, and I was like, oh man, there's people trying to rip my shit. You know, it's exactly where we go. And I came home, and then later we found out it's just are you gonna vote? Who are you voting for, son of a bitch? I mean, you know, I'm gonna write in Caribou. How about you?
Are we allowed to
That'd be
vote
all
for
right.
Canadians?
I'd make some shit happen.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd piss a lot of people off. Yeah, that's for certain. But those that are down with me, like, y'all probably dig what I'm up to.
He's like, I'm changing the national anthem to "For Those About to Rock."
Yeah, I don't trust Caribou. Caribou cut all his hair and his beard off. I don't trust him no more.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
Actually, I had a beard accident today, so mine is mostly gone too.
Kingfisher, I feel like with the political landscape of the world today, some person could damn near get elected just on that fucking campaign promise alone. Like, fucking, For Those About to Rock is now the new, like, it's a great idea.
I love it. Yeah.
People that piss off though for replacing the national anthem with an Australian written song. Oh man.
Make America metal again.
I please do. Please make it metal again.
Dude, there's a band I've been listening to here and there. It's a band named Feel, Feel.
Okay.
They sound like a combination of kind of like Black Crows and kind of Southern rock. I mean, I think they just sound, they've got like that traditional 70s rock and roll sound.
I can get down with that.
Yeah, they're good.
Well, it seems to me that, like, you know, I think a lot of us listen to music kind of like you get into certain bands or maybe a certain style of music, listen to that for a bit, and then you move on to the next thing. And then certain stuff I don't go back to for a long time, if it ever at all, certain bands. But I always end up reverting back to like a lot of old 70s stuff.
In and out, bro.
Just fading away.
Fading away. Hey, can you hear me?
It's like after 7 seconds, we start to fade away.
It's just fucking the computer trying to tell me to shut up.
It's like your time of speaking is up.
Over.
We're gonna fade you out and let someone else chat.
It's almost like I'm in school again and the teacher's trying to teach me something. You know, it just starts out and then she just fades off.
Becomes the Charlie Brown teacher.
That's it.
Here's to you, Charlie Brown teacher.
Okay, how's that sound? Does it sound any better? Any worse?
Yeah, you're good, bro. Yeah, man. You coming in strong.
Okay, but that's what you all said last time too.
Right. And when you get to about 10 seconds, it just slowly starts like
ramble on, bro.
Give us a 30-second ramble.
Oh, I can't just do that on the spot. I'm not that talented.
Okay, well, tell us what your favorite thing that your kid got during the concert tour this year.
Oh, you fucker! You knew that's something that'll get me going. That's honestly, dude, the James Hetfield band. How can you possibly top that? In my opinion, and she got a lot of shit I've never even heard of. Here Comes Blue Kiss. I've never even heard of anyone getting as much like souvenir stuff as she gets. But like James Hetfield, like taking it off his wrist, putting it over onto hers is just like And the fact that he completely demasculated me and gave me a quick little cup on the cheek after I thanked him. And it's,
Hey,
that
just to
was
let
it.
you
Never
know,
forget it.
your audio held out the entire time of that part. So
Cheers. Thank you for that. How's Blue Kiss doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. Seemed
Yeah,
like a great night for a shit show.
Yeah, well, I actually did my show previous to this, but and in the duration of ending my show, managed to eat a little piece of paper and take a trip and fill up my I had my reservoir for my dry room is I was running low on gallons of water, so I took a trip to Walmart because it was closest. And filled up my reservoir. So I started tripping while I was in Walmart.
Yeah, hold up. You ate some paper and went to Walmart?
Eat paper, go to Walmart. Yeah, it was entertaining as fuck.
Gotta be fun.
People of Walmart.
The people of
older
Walmart.
lady.
Yeah, there was a girl in a cart abandoned in the middle of the aisle, and I oh, poor thing, you've been abandoned. She's like, yeah.
How bright are the lights in Walmart with paper?
They're pretty bright. You should have seen how fast those damn gallons filled up too, man. As soon as I had that gallon down, and I was taking out the top on the next one, and it was like, whoa, overfill. It was great.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I walked in. I looked at the dude, one of the dude that was working there. I knew I had to be back by the water somewhere because I don't normally go to Walmart. And I looked at the guy that worked there. I said, "Hey, where's the water refill station?" He was like, pointed right next to my ear. I was like standing in front of it. Hey. Yeah. So it was classic me.
Nice.
Your eyes were this big.
I made it back alive to tell the tale. That's all I can say about that.
I not so much anymore, but no, I love getting high on like weed and like to the point of anxiety and then going shopping. But I used to love doing that on stuff like mushrooms and acid, but now I don't think I'd be able to fucking handle that. Like back in high school when you used to like walk through the hallway with like 300 people like in between classes, and it's just like you guys were talking about me sounding like Charlie Brown's teacher earlier, right? You got a couple hundred people walking down the hallway around you, you're just like, holy fuck. Like that was like, I did not go to school to learn until like grade fucking 11. And then got swiftly kicked out for getting sucker punched fucking a couple months after I had this brain switch. That kind of one of those. One of my dad's friends said to me once, like, if you hate being at school so much, why do you go so far out of your way to stay there longer? And it took a year or two for that to actually sink in and think about that. When I kind of thought about it, how the switch, like, yeah, I do fucking hate going to school. So, yeah, maybe I should just stop fucking around and get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But I will say, though, getting kicked out of that, like, the regular public school, we went to, like, the last chance for all the fuck-ups kind of school, where you're, like, on a first...
ed?
Yeah, exactly. You're on first name basis with all the teachers, you, which I was living on my own at that point in time. So that meal a day in the morning is a huge help to any fucking, person living on their own, just getting out like that. And before you know it, I went from like grade up, like in grade 9, the only class that I passed was grade 8 science. That's how much I cared about my schooling. And then I go to TAPS, was the name of the school, and where the teachers actually give a shit. There's social workers there that'll help you because a lot of these kids have problems, for whatever they may be, there to help you through life. And all of a sudden, I'm hitting the honor roll. I even made the principals list one time. It's like, holy
the good
shit!
List, you mean?
Just goes to show that fucking, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and the public school system is very, very flawed. It may work for some, it is not the thing for everyone.
Yeah.
This is true.
Well, I think COVID taught a lot of people that, where there were kids that all of a sudden, because they didn't have the distractions of a classroom, they started to excel. And it's like, oh, hey, wait a minute. there's different ways that different kids learn better. Sometimes those, a classroom with 20 other kids is not ideal. It's good to teach them how to be sociable, but it's not always the best learning environment for kids.
Well, you think of I'm fucking ADHD as hell. It takes squirrel, like, hey, how long have we been doing this together, hanging out? Y'all have seen it in real time, so more times than we'll ever be able to count. And so if you got a class with 30 kids, that's 30 distractions going on potentially. It's when they break it down, and it was like more of a self-paced thing. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing in the the other alternate ed school I went to. It's just like it's just better. And the fact that it's not an all-day thing necessarily either. The first year I went to the TAPS, it was 2 hours a day. The next year was 4 hours a day. Not a really big deal at all. Say again?
Why'd they call it TAPS?
Transitional Alternative Programs. So it's just short for that. And, I think
they put little things on his shoes so they could hear him coming.
That'd be sweet if they did. Okay,
like I hear Caribou, he's a tipping. You hear him tipping?
Dude, we could have done one of those big dance line production videos, put it up on YouTube. It would have been amazing.
Coming through there like a Tennessee Walker.
And he one time decided that he wanted to make tap shoes and duct tape some metal to the shoes, and then started tap dancing to some music. Well, I was like, okay, this is too funny. I got to record it. And every time I watch it, it makes me laugh my ass off because it's just like, if you know the person, to see them doing that type of thing, you'd be like, I'm never going to see this ever again if I don't capture it right now.
Skunk ape is a troglodyte. Is that a Sasquatch? Would I be correct on that? That's funny.
It's like somebody who lives below ground.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
I believe they were a subspecies of the cave dwellers. Yeah, they're just yeah.
Okay, sorry, my bad. Not aware, but that's funny, man. I could being on acid at school and having your teacher throw something like that at
you. Oh man,
I can't imagine being on acid at school.
I used to love it. It was.
I want to go to a park or the woods or something like that.
Oh, we did that too.
Nature,
You just get up in the middle of class and walk out, and the teacher's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I can't stay here. It's like, no, you shouldn't have been there, but get it. Time for you to go for a walk.
My brother had a bear roast one time, and it was a big one because there was 5 different people. They went on a bear hunt, and they had this big party together. But at this party, somebody decided everybody needed to be on mushrooms, and there's a whole bunch of outdoorsmen that never had taken mushrooms before. They were partiers who just never taken mushrooms before. And they ended up in the trees, and because my brother had a house on the river at the time, and they just gravitated to the river, and they were antisocials anyway because they're hunter-trapper types. And they ended up in the tree pretending like they were deer hunting, taking out some of the prey at the bottom. Good times. So
high school.
Our favorite used to be running up the ski hill at night when everything was closed down.
That
just
would be fun, actually.
You just gear up in your layers and fucking just go out and run around. It was a lot of fun in the moonlight.
Yeah. Back to nature.
Yep.
Cheers, noob. I hope you're doing well. Actually, you know what? Let's do a dab.
Good call.
Did we draw for the seats yet, or what?
Sorry, say again?
Did we draw those seats yet, or what?
We can do that, absolutely. Let's do run this dab here. Pop that.
Dab frog, of course.
All right, everyone. We'll just give you a couple more seconds to enter in there.
Some people just come.
Shout out our brother Art in the chat there, and you'll get your name entered in, and we'll it's given away. 51 people in there. Hard to believe. Only 31 of y'all want some beans.
Hey.
And you guys
My
will
name in
ship
there.
anywhere.
If I could figure out how to do it, I'd totally enter.
Was that J5?
That was J5.
Tell you what, J5, I'm going to type in Art and I'll cover it for you.
My man.
Got you covered. If I win it,
There
I'm
you
giving it to
go.
you. That is J5, not him. He's got sticky
good
hands.
man.
You know?
Dude,
We're allowed
this is my
to we're allowed to like start rigging the draws now a bit.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Oh my
well let's
God,
go.
like
One out of 55.
Grant a Wish or whatever that is, Make a Wish.
No, I ain't going to win it.
I ain't gonna win it. Oh, that's the attitude.
Green
brother.
Tick.
You've been on a roll.
Tick. Da, Mr. Robert, Mr. Greenfingers.
You know what?
Right.
Congratulations.
I think he's won like 3 of my seed packs this year. Congratulations.
And the best thing
buddy.
about it is he'll run every single one of them.
Yeah, as I say, he actually runs them, so congratulations.
Excellent. And I've already got his address, so we're good. Fantastic.
No, it is not rigged, we promise.
Yo, motor breath.
Hell, I can't even figure out how to make it. I can't even. I don't even know what to say.
My first experience with it is pretty fucking delightful.
I don't even know how to make a moderator in my chat. You're way ahead of me.
What's that?
What you smoking?
From Bloom. It's the dime bag cut of Motor Breath 15 hit with this straw guava, but there's no straw and no guava about this. It's just like straight fucking fuel. I don't even know the cross. What is Motor Breath 15? Something chemi and something sour or something, I believe.
Mendo breath maybe and something.
That would make sense.
Something crossed to something else.
So yeah, it's pretty nice.
Somewhere out there.
But no strawberry or guava.
No, but I do have that straw guava hit onto the orange Z, and that one's a fruitful hash dumping delight. It's a nice one. Strawberry candy, he calls it. That's that strawberry candy.
Hey Jay, you mentioned that we were having our 1 year anniversary of meeting each other here.
We are.
Will I see you tomorrow?
We won't. I'm in the Ute still. I'm heading back down that way though tomorrow, but I'm not heading that far south. I'll be stopping by the Pinky. I still got plants in the ground, hopefully.
I do too. And we're supposed to have beautiful weather over the next 5 days or so. I think it's going longer, but I don't like to look past that because they lie. They don't know.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Yeah, I think sunshine and high 60s, man.
Yeah, I love how they cover their asses a lot of times this time of year where it's going to be partly cloudy or partly sunny with a chance of rain. Gee, thanks.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking they're like blowing sunshine out my ass about the coming forecast. It's just like, okay, sunny. Yeah, literally. Saturday, 67 and sunny. Sunday, 70 and sunny. Monday, 72 and sunny. Are they lying to me? I hope not, because I'm leaving plants up to get all that sunny, and there's no rain in the forecast.
And nice chilly nights will give them their colors.
They've got all the colors that they need. Trust me. Yeah, but it's not going down into the 20s. Yeah, I covered my plants a few nights ago, like earlier in the week, and I thought I did so good. Yeah, I stopped the frost from hitting them. And then 2 nights later, I didn't know frost was even in the forecast, but I came out in the morning and it said on my car, it said it was 29 out. And I was like, holy fuck. That's 3 degrees below actual freezing. And I was real sad to go to. I was leaving to go to my granddaughter's, and I was scared to what I was seeing when I came back. But everybody was beautiful. So yeah, on to the harvest.
You shrugged it off, huh? That's cool. Some
Yeah.
plants will. I mean, you get down into the low 20s, and then they're going like, yeah, no, I don't think so. But some of them will take that, a good frost, and it doesn't.
Yeah, I will say where there was a little bit of leaf damage, that hard frost did tend to make it really pop out. I know what leaves I have to pull out now. I can clearly see them. But yeah, it was really weird. Most of them are on the south side of the plant too. It's kind of odd.
Huh.
Plants.
I had a few people ask me fairly recently about how the outdoor plants my dad had were going on. Or as I was asking him today, and he says they're doing actually very well in capitals, and there's huge tops everywhere. No amber trikes yet, but they're pretty well all cloudy. So it's like, hey, that's awesome. And then I had the thought that, is that your indoor, your outdoors, or both kind of thing? Because he brought a bunch of plants indoors and stuff like that. And you know how old people get with themselves.
He didn't take the rest of them off.
In about a week, he might actually answer that, so I know if it's the indoors, outdoors, or both. But makes me happy to see that it's here.
Bless his heart, anyway.
Well, he had some indoors that were outdoors, doesn't he?
Oh yes, the fucking guy. He's like, so he's like, when it starts getting cold weather out, he hits panic mode. Like, oh my god, all these plants are gonna die, because that's what has happened every other time he's had plants outside. And I get that, but we also knew this was just like an experiment year, and we're gonna try and shelter a few plants, and if those get through, awesome, kind of thing. And he couldn't do that. So he goes in and digs up one of Thunder Dan's plants. I think it was might have been a Pure Widow, and digs that out of the garden and throws that into whatever container he has. I don't even know. I haven't seen it. Brings that inside, puts it in a light or under light. But the problem is he's got a fucking 7-foot plant with like maybe an 8-foot roof. I'm trying to get a light in there, so he had to figure that out. I think lucky it codoned, so he was able to kind of spread it a bit. And I'm like, well, if you're so panicky about this, why didn't you take I think it was a frequency shift that was in a big Sterlite tote, like just sitting on the front deck? You know, like that would have been a lot more sensible. He's like, that's what that one's next. I was like, okay, cool. Like,
you're next.
You know, I love you dearly, but and then I got a message a couple weeks ago about how I think it was Fluff's Bambalam that was in the Skidoo track, about how that one's inside now too. And I'm just like, fuck my life. Like, once again, I love you, but like, if it works out and he actually gets something good out of it, and this actually works, fucking awesome. My problem is what he thinks is a good finished product is I don't think I feel like a lot of the times he'll take like say a 10-week flowering strain, for example, and think that's probably good at about week 6 or 7 because it has trichomes, looks and smells good. I suspect.
It's getting sticky.
Yeah. Because I see the stuff that I smoke of his, and a lot of it's like good. You see the potential there, but he's drying and curing.
The potential.
Yeah, his drying and curing processes are non-existent. It's basically just cut it down, throw it in the basement there, and you know, like on a old window screen, which. This year, actually, it was really moist in the basement. Like when I was staying at his place earlier this year working, I would put dry weed downstairs and it would like hydrate with the moisture in the air.
Did you get any white mold on it?
No.
That's lucky.
No, but it was also like at the point where like if I would go a couple times, I would go away for the weekend to come home. And when I would go back, the sheets and stuff on the bed would be a bit of a fucking dampness in there. like that camping dampness that you get. And I'm like, holy shit, like this is throw them in the dryer so that you're not like going wet all the camp and shit. That was
Get the humidity to the right level.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very not typical.
Mic check, mic check.
Oh,
I
hello.
see I got Chad up and now I see that cake in the cup. It said he still can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Hear you now. Yeah, you're good.
What up, Caker? What up, all the homies in chat? I saw Marshall up in the house. My homie Hillbilly, Skunk Ape, everybody. Much love. Chat's where it's at, like you always say.
Right? It's always a good time to chat.
Hey, what up, Dr. Leave Me Alone? You're still the big winner in my book, homie. Even though Robert wins again. But guess what? Now Doc's got that Thai weed and he's got that OG funk that he left. You're going to love it, Doc. Clone them. You're going to have some early ones finishing the end of September and you're going to be fucking stoked. That OG funk. This Motor Breath straw guava just got me as lit as that OG does. I can't smoke that OG during the day. I take too many naps. And this is going to have the same effect, I have a feeling.
That's right.
Because I smoke. But yeah, half a joint. We'll see how the relight goes. Actually, I've smoked a little more than half a joint. And yeah, I'm lit. Good stuff.
Excellent.
You got a lot of stuff that looks good, dude. That's just crazy. I mean, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm a fucking weed nerd, dude. I like weed. I like all kinds of weeds.
You got the variety. Your tour was pretty impressive.
I kind of leaned into a few more. I kind of went Bubba this year. Leaned towards Bubba. Last year I was leaning towards OGs. I was just always something like that, like a sour. You know, that's what I'll grow for the head normally. It's weird though. Strawberry cough onto the original Bubba onto the strawberry cough. Trypinoline, dude. I'm not sure where the hell that's coming from, but yeah, like a train wrecky freaking Jack kind of smell to them, which I'm actually kind of stoked on because I haven't had that terp in a long time. Like I ain't messed with train wreck in shit 15 years. So yeah, there's a couple I'm excited about.
I don't think I've ever even seen Trainwreck up in my area.
Oh, Trainwreck's been one of my favorite for a long time, actually. I got a Skunk Rat cross. It's from Sam the Skunk Man back when, and it was the Skunk by the Arcata Trainwreck. That was one of my first strains I grew. I fucking love that one. Actually, I got seeds for that. I might go back to that for fun.
What else am I excited? Oh, Apollo 13. I've got an Apollo. 2 of them hanging. I'm kind of excited about that one.
Never heard of that.
And then the Sour D with the HP13 from CSI is like, dude, I forgot what hash plant tastes or smelled like. It was like, I smelled it and I was like, oh, fuck, I remember that. You know, dude, you want to talk about old school freaking weed smell, dude? Man, this flashed me back like 20, 25 years. And your nose never forgets, dude. It's so wild how like that flash, it's just like, oh, like a key went off in your brain, you know? And it's like, I know that, you know, I remember that.
Take you right back.
Right back. It's so crazy, dude.
It smells one of the big triggers too for memory.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. And we get to experience that a lot, which is fucking more than the average person, I believe. You know, like everybody smells a hamburger and whatever. Like, I don't know. Pretty cool plant.
Can't argue that.
I can't think of any other plants specifically that get like so many people hooked into like growing, and then all other facets, right? It's just like people get into like gardening. Maybe you something like fluff, where you just grew up gardening. That's what your mother was teaching you how to do, and you kind of like learn a bunch about a lot of different plants, right? Whereas like we say all the time, cannabis is a gateway drug or gateway to growing more plants, right? Because it's like once you realize you can do this, you're like, oh, what else can I grow? Stuff like
Yeah, next thing you know, you're doing peppers and tomatoes and making your own stuff for your tortilla chips because you got to have stuff for your munchies.
Yeah, absolutely. And how cool is it to be able to do that? Like,
and a compost pile out back, you know.
The gateway to gardening.
I love it. See, right there. Right from the man himself. Cheers, Fluff. Hope you're doing well, brother.
Peace, Fluff. Yeah, I keep looking over my shoulder at chat, and it's like it's hard to pay attention to too because I got it on the TV over there. But it's too small on this. If I bring it up on the phone, I can't read it. So
yeah,
I couldn't figure out how to get chat on. I couldn't figure out how to get it on the TV.
On my Roku for the YouTube, I just hit the up button and it gives you choices. Like next to the thumbs up, there's a little box that looks like a thought bubble or a speech bubble from a cartoon. And if you hit that, it'll pop up the chat on the YouTube screen.
I'll give her another shot.
At least that's how it works for mine. But right now, I am so blazed. It's not funny.
I'm like one level up from Angus. I'm one level up from Angus on the tech. Like, so I got that going for me, which is nice. Shout out Angus Beckett. that old bucket tipper.
He's funny, man. He gets a hold of
I love that dude.
I don't think I've seen him in the chat tonight, but he tried reaching out to me last night a couple times. My apologies, I was busy, but I'll reach out to him tomorrow. He's one of those guys where it's like when you talk to him, like get prepared for a conversation, right?
Oh yeah,
a lot's gonna happen in a short amount of time.
It didn't take me long to kind of think that I'd been around him a long time up at Booth Camp North at G-Base. Like,
yeah, he's fun.
I'm actually giving away some of his beans tomorrow on Sundays and Confused.
Oh, really?
Ice and I gave them to me, but he told me in second thought, those might be Angus Beckett's. And then one of the guys in chat told me all the strains I'm giving away are Angus. So they're nice and I at all. So there you go. Come over to Sundays tomorrow.
But when he showed up at G-Base with that tote full of stuff, it's just like he pops open the lid and it's like, oh my, the party just started.
Cheers, Dags.
Yeah.
Cheers, slightly askew. That was a brain bender trying to read that at first, and then once I figured it out, it was like, okay, yeah. But at first, it was like, what the hell am I looking at? I like it when you see people coming up with cool names, where you're like, fuck, that's a good one. I never thought of that before. Trip a dab.
Too much canned goose. Oh no. Well, this one's for too much canned goose.
So is anybody going to be popping any seeds over the weekend? Weekend usually seems like a pretty good time to pop something.
I am Harlequin, and I got one Harlequin crossed with Dirty Duchess that Chad Westport sent. I'm gonna try both of them.
Nice.
For their medicine. That Harlequin will stop a headache. Serious shit. I've never seen anything like it.
It's cool when you find some medicine.
Oh, it is. The wife loves it. I mean, it just saves her. It doesn't work all the time, maybe 3/4 of the time, but it's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good.
Oh yeah. She gets bad migraines, so it works pretty good. I use rosin. I'll paint a stripe of rosin on a paper and then roll a joint of Harlequin, and that'll generally take care of it. Not all the time.
I should get some of those beans for that one. My wife's been getting some headaches.
I'll tell you what, if
Might
I
be
have
one to try.
sore muscles and stuff and I smoke the rosin, it works really good. It's criminal that doctors don't have that in their arsenal of pain control, because it works really good. It's just ridiculous. It just pisses me off every time I think about it.
When I went to a dispensary a couple of weeks ago, I kind of told this part of the story to you guys. I went in, I grabbed an ounce of weed, and I asked for a gram or two of concentrates as well. And they said, we can't do that because it's over your legal limit or whatever. But okay, I get that. Makes sense. Yep. It sucks, but it is what it is, and I get it. Then I asked them, just not to be argumentative, just because I'm curious. Okay, well, I've got a prescription that allows me to carry 150 grams on me. Does that make any difference to you guys, or is it just straight like store policy? No, we can't go into that. The girl at the time couldn't answer the question. Went in there yesterday, and the person actually ended up talking to the manager about it. And once again, I'm just curious. I want to know. These people are pretty engaging when you're willing to start up a conversation about this stuff. And they were talking about the amount of fines and stuff that can come from them. Like if they were to sell you that 1 gram over your limit kind of thing, and you get caught with that in your possession, they can take that, go to the store and look at the security cameras, find out every person that was working in that store. Apparently they can be fined, and the store itself will get an even bigger fine. And then went into a whole bunch of different scenarios where where the cannabis regulation is so fucking ridiculous and overbearing. But it's meanwhile, you can go buy as much alcohol as you want. There's absolutely no limit on that whatsoever. And I was just wow. And then my thing was I don't even think about these legal limits and shit like that. It doesn't even fucking occur to me for my mind to go there, because I got my 150 gram limit. It's very rare ever I have that much with me out in public or anything like that, right? Kind of grow it. He generally stays at home. And it was just kind of oblivious to just how ridiculous it all is, man. It's but it was a good conversation. I'm glad I had it. So now I at least know it's not going to change the way I go about anything. It's just that now if I'm going to the dispensary, because I still got a little bit of time before I'm harvesting again. And so if I want to get an ounce of weed and a gram of concentrates, I got to go to, at least they're on the same street. They're only a block away from each other. But it's okay, I got to go hit this dispensary. And then I got to go to this dispensary. And it's just
Not
obvious.
per purchase. You can't walk in, walk out to the car, throw your stuff in there, and then walk back in and make another purchase.
I was just gonna say that, because that happened to me a month ago, and the girl was just just so you know, because you have this ounce plus this, she's I have to have you go outside, put that in your car, and then come back in and pay for the next one. So we did that, and yeah, they let me do that.
See, I was told no at this store. So it could be just a store thing where they're like, we're not even going to do that. She told me the first lady that I talked to said if you were to go in at 2 o'clock, I think it was, is when shift change was. I think it was like said come in before.
Oh, and then you catch two different people.
And then you're
Culpable
talking.
deniability. I didn't know he bought
Yeah.
something here.
Shift change.
That's a good one. Yeah.
It sounds like the pill mills in the South back in the Oxy days.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. There's a little parallel there to that, isn't there?
Yeah, doesn't it? It's kind of funny how that they can turn this into that. Pill. Oh, go put this in your car. Come back in.
I don't go to dispensaries, so not anymore. Unless I want some concentrates for my birthday or some special occasion, or maybe a vape pen if I'm going to a concert or whatever. Something like
It's funny you say that because Monday was my birthday, and it was the first time I walked into a legal New York State dispensary, and it was strictly because I wanted to get concentrates.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why would flower growers go in there? Because it's usually dry anyway. The oversized jars got way too much air in it. Unless they're vacuum packed. I've seen some of those that aren't too bad. Nitrogen or whatever the hell they use. Yeah, nitrogen.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been pleasantly surprised with the majority of the stuff that we've found in this kind of recession that we're in between harvests. But at the same time, it does not keep up with what I know I can grow here at home. So it's shitty. And it also makes you realize how fucking expensive it is. And how I really wish more people would grow their own. Because even if you're basically a closet grower like myself, you can still cut down your cannabis bills pretty substantially. Because I know people that smoke like as much, maybe even more weed than I do, and I smoke quite a bit of weed. You guys can attest to that, right? But they're paying for all of it. And now I'm just like, shit. And when I know that you're paying about $100 an ounce, that's that adds up. Like holy shit, why not just overgrow? Everybody, please. Well, what are we seeing there, J5?
This is what has damaged me just now. Some motor breath or dime bag cut of motor breath 15 hit with straw guava. This might be a better piece.
Oh yeah, let's give it 1 sec. I'll get you on there. 1 sec, Modern Genetics. How you doing?
Doing good, guys. Good to see everybody.
Thanks for jumping on with us.
That's Modern?
You betcha.
What up? Time for a booby shot. We doing booby shots? I wish I had one. I'd do one with you.
Yeah, we'll do a booby shot.
My man. Love it. I thought I smelled hot dog terps when I was showing that bud. I was like, I don't know where those hot dog terps are coming from. Now I get it. Modern's in the house.
Oh, booby shots.
Damn. This thing was gas before. Now it smells like hot dog water.
So what you got going on tonight, Modern?
I had to get another clone from a neighbor that I gave him one of my platinum assets. And I killed my platinum asset. I had to get a clone from him because I killed mine. Never killed one before, but it's time for everything.
Shout out Bingus.
I buried it too deep, and it got stem bought.
That's no good.
Kill this plant. I cut
speaking of
the plant. The clones were all like wilted, they were like dying. I still cut it, and they like bloomed up.
Nice.
So I got to keep it, but I did get another one. This is the same cut. My buddy's clone. That's the thing
That's
about
what.
passing stuff around. You pass it around, it come back to you. You know.
Yep, it's important. That's what Cake in the Cup has spit and pollen in the tent that he was talking about earlier as a platinum asset male.
We like Marfino. Everybody likes Marfino.
I've only grown males of it. That's funny. I've got a few more tries. Yeah, it seems to be a nice one. Has anyone else grown it?
I got nice Fino. It's guys don't know that come from Bingus, and he had a Blingus strain, which is really nice, but it just doesn't yield very well. So the platinum assets yields very well. So
checking them boxes.
It's fire. It's fucking real dank stuff, you know. Everybody likes that. Good to see everybody.
Well, good to see you. Let's do another dab as well. This is the season to get ripped.
Ribbit.
Are you going to be seeing Blue Kiss there, Modern?
All I hear is ribbits. Am I going to do what?
Are you going to that Gems and Genetics?
No.
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 That's where I met you last year too. I met you and Blue Kiss there.
That was yep. That was a different place. Different
Modern's had my weed. I gave Modern uncured branches.
Yeah. It was really
I gave
good
him
too.
whole branches. Leaving all.
Untrimmed.
Yep. Like a true gangster does.
What was a mango something? That fucking really dark one that you had was really nice. But you're supposed to give me a fucking seed to that.
I still got them.
All right.
It was purple marmalade. It was purple marmalade.
I can have them.
Yeah, I got them.
That was a nice grape flavor.
Hey, dude, you know that Whitethorn Rose, whatever bag seed shit that I was raving about?
Nope.
That I fucking dug this year. I've got seeds of that for Blue Kiss, dude. I was gonna send her some to get Hillbilly a package up to Booth Camp, but I don't think either one of them went. But yeah, I was trying to. I have like 2 half packs of some Irie stuff I was splitting with her, and then I threw her like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of each of those fem crosses from the ranch that I grew out this year. But I never did get the shit to her. But I still got it. Still got you, Blue. I still got yours, Modern. I got a bunch of fucking seeds I gotta get out.
There's always time. I got so many seeds to grow. I'm getting ready to start some new stuff. I'm getting ready to put myself on a 10-day cycle where every 10 days I put a new plant in the flower. And
that's fun.
I don't want to say you need to start everything. I mean, I might start some plants and hold them back. Not necessarily start every 10 days. But the ideal is what I want to do is I want to be able to put one plant every 10 days in the flower. It's kind of a bitch because everything's on a different schedule. Everything. So it's kind of a bitch. It's a true perpetual.
Yeah.
You got to be kind of religious about it. You just got
a 10-day turn.
10-day turn. Every 10 days, you got to put one in. You don't got to necessarily take it out every 10 days, but you got to put one in every 10 days.
That's a good way to like play with some longer flower and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can hold something.
You just leave it in there an extra. You know.
As long as the height makes you different.
Mm-hmm.
The height could be different.
Well, just I mean, grow it up a seed plant, take a clone of that clone, and flower it right away. It's like a big root, flip them.
I'll have a few extra ones because you want to try some new stuff. I always want to try new stuff. But before you put it in the flower, cut a clone. A couple clones.
You want if you're messing with those longer flowering ones, you want to ideally take a clone of a sexually mature plant. You know what I mean? You want it to be showing sex because they're pretty squirrely as it is. So,
how much does that take off the time as far as from seed or from clone?
I mean, none. It shouldn't really.
If your clone already has the pistils because it's mature enough and ready to flower, as soon as you flip the lights, within 10 days, you are going to have the Guy Fieri's not 14 to 17 days out. Like a lot of times you're 2.5, almost 3 weeks out when you start to get those nice little nubs. With a clone that's already got a couple of those pistils, it'll shave maybe not quite a week off, but because it's all ready to go, it doesn't have to figure out what it is when the lights are flipped.
I had to think for a second. It's like, God, when was the last time I like fully flowered out seed plant? You know what I mean? It's just kind of one of those like, if I'm running seeds inside, I'm typically taking the clone. Yeah.
That's what I do, and I've run the same stuff here for the last year, basically. And this time through, I've like got a couple of stuff that I'm keeping, but I've got a bunch of new stuff in the bullpen. And it's like once this harvest is finished, and I've got the tent cleaned out and all of the cleaning that goes along with post harvest, I'll get ready to start again. But yeah, it's
what did you
I'm going to be done by the end of October with the tent so that I can put some new stuff in there, or is it going to wait until? Am I better off waiting until Thanksgiving and try and got a long weekend for work? Gives us both Friday and Thanksgiving off, so it'll be a 4-day kind of thing. And I think that might be the best time to do the clean the tents and start a reset for any of the seeds.
What did you hit that cherry paloma with to make your what is it? Cherry reel?
Oh, the cherry reel. I didn't hit it with anything it was a bag seed from Scotty Reel's bud that I got from him.
Oh, that's
it. He wasn't doing anything with any males in there, so the assumption is that it selfed itself. You know,
very cool.
It was one of those. Rasufa has said that he's had Palomas firm on him, but I've been running JR's cut the whole time, and I still haven't found another seed in any of my runs of them. So,
dude, a lot of times that S1 of like a true S1 that's what made some of my favorite plants this summer was a fucking S1 of the whitethorn rose.
Yeah,
presumably, and that thing does some beautiful stuff.
If you've got fireweed, and you find a seed in it.
That's why we have so many cool OGs, dude, because the majority of them are S1s, which, can vary a little, but they share similar things. But I mean, there's some arguments can be made for a handful of things that the S1's better than the original.
Most of the guys my age, if they went through and looked in their attic, they'd find themselves a 35 millimeter film case with, 20 seeds in it from one of their summers of smoking weed and finding these, good seeds in it. And those are the ones that I'd love to get my hands on, because it's like, you don't know what it is, but that the guys that were saving those seeds kept them because the weed was really good. Because if the weed wasn't good, every one of those seeds got tossed in the trash or compost or, out the window of the car. And now we pay money for seeds.
It's ridiculous, right?
I look at how many seeds I threw out along the side of the road over my first 30 years of smoking. It's like, oh God. Well, first 20 years especially. I mean, that was the first time I got Sensi Bud. I was like, what the fuck is this stuff? There's no seeds in it.
No doubt.
Throw it out. This must not. They didn't do this right.
Yeah, there's something wrong with this. Why isn't there any seeds? That's, you know.
Yeah,
Did you order that out of the back of High Times?
Cleaned it. You got a double album out. You clean the seeds. You let them all roll down the middle. Twist. There's all kinds of seeds. It sucks.
If I dug over into the corner there, I could pull out my Aerosmith Toys in the Attic album cover. That, yeah, that's had a lot of seeds. Freaking, just that was my. For some reason, that was my album cover of choice for cleaning weed on.
I have a old Hit Parader magazine from, I think it's like 1996 or 97 with a black and white picture of Kurt Cobain on it. And that was my doobie rolling surface all the way through high school and through a lot of the bachelor years too, actually. Like even when like I didn't smoke weed anymore, you'd have friends that would smoke weed over and looking for something to roll up on. But here, use this, right? It's old, battered, and torn, like the cover, like it's not, it's not stapled on anymore and shit, but it is still around somewhere.
You know, it should be like a porn magazine and all sticky after that much use.
You would think, but no. It's
I wonder what kind of paper they were using, because I think about it and I'm like, yeah, the magazines like that when I would use them didn't end up all sticky. Although that may say something about the weed that we were smoking then versus now.
You know what was really funny? I think it was about a year ago, maybe a little longer. We were working in a near local community, and we're down these people's top line that goes through these people's yards, and we're walking in, and there's some old, like, rusted out trucks and cars there. Not even really so much rusted out, but they're definitely rusting. Been parked there for 20, 30 years or more. Right. And we're walking by, and we look in the one, and there's a fucking penthouse, like an old ass fucking penthouse sitting there. They figured, look, so okay, well, let's leave it that. It was like 1978, I think it was. So I was like, good God. Like, we should have grabbed it and put it up on fucking eBay or something like that. It was actually like it was in decent condition, right? Sitting in an old vehicle for, I don't know if it was actually in there since 1978, but it wasn't in condition.
Can you guys hear me?
You betcha. Yep. How's Trim Jail going?
Sorry, it wasn't working. Oh, fuck, Trim Jail, we're done. I'm fucking through. The scissors are down.
They quit on me. I'm just over here trimming by myself.
We got one little bit left.
Fucking cats just calling you.
One half of trim bin left for the night. Yeah, but that's what it. We got through the Grey Pool, well, almost through the Grey Poolie, and we're on Banana Daddy now. But this is the storm damage stuff, so it's kind of early and loose and not the funnest, but we'll get through it.
All you hear is just click, 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 click.
We were just saying J5's got the Trim Jail ASMR going on here.
I was like, there's three of us in here all trimming, and I haven't heard scissors as loud as I've heard his tonight. I'm like, wow, they're loud.
It's like haunting. It's like, fucking yeah, haunting.
This dude go to sleep. My goodness.
Hey, J5.
I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting.
Now we gave him a complex with us.
No, it's a rose quartz.
Okay.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, I came on mute again.
Oh.
Oh. Hey, I'm extremely fucking high right now. I don't even know what to say. I'll be real honest.
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story. I was camping, and Blue Kiss was there, and we're camping next to each other. And her, man, she gets up early in the morning.
I don't know if she goes to bed.
I don't know if she goes to bed either, but she gets up off early in the morning. One morning, she's on with you. I think she's on the booth crew Discord, and she's up early in the morning talking to a bunch of people, and you can hear every single word she says. And she was louder than the hell. I got up. I finally got like, man, I can't even sleep, man. All I hear is your voice just screaming. It's like I'm not even yelling, but it's so loud. I couldn't go back to bed. Well, that was a good times. It's good times camping out with people and having fun with everybody. I enjoy the events and so forth. We're all a bunch of good people.
Yeah, it'd be good to get out to some community events.
Yeah.
But at the very least, I should be swinging back through Alberta at some point in time in the next year cold. So if nothing else, I figure you're probably
Still be here.
Yeah, I think all the COVID restrictions are all lifted, aren't they? You can go to Canada, no problem right now, right?
Yeah, you can come and go pretty well, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Canada ain't that far from me.
Yeah, going up to G-Bays this year for me was the first time in over 20 years that I'd been up to Canada. Hell, it's been since the 1900s. So yeah, it was before the whole 9/11 shit happened, where all of a sudden going anywhere required extra scrutiny, and so it was weird to have to get the enhanced license and shit like that just to be able to cross it. 'Cause it used to be you didn't even have to have a license; you just had to
show your ID.
Yeah. Well, when I first got a driver's license, it wasn't even a picture ID in New York back in the 80s. That was, you had a sheriff's ID issued from the county sheriff's department with your picture on it. That was what you presented for ID at the bar or when you were buying beer at the store. But yeah, until they got the pictures on the licenses, that was how, got ID. If you going into Canada, they didn't care. They were just like, where were you born? And as long as you were quick with the answer to what, and they asked you the hospital name. That was always you could answer their 3 or 4 questions rather quickly without acting like you didn't have a clue. They're like, yeah, go have fun. Just,
Yeah.
The biggest question was, how many cigarettes are you bringing? Because at the time, bootlegging cigarettes into Canada from New York was huge. It was,
Yeah.
so that was like, you guys are each allowed to have 2 cartons, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, they're fucking expensive up here. I remember like when I was in Utah and smoking, it was like, $3 a pack, maybe $3.50 a pack. Up here at that time, they were $14 a pack.
Yeah.
So it is fucking, you bring a couple cartons of cigarettes, you make a couple $100.
It's 10 or 11 a pack here.
Is it now?
Yeah. When I was old enough,
they're 20 something up here now.
It was like, but when I was old enough to find people to buy them for me, they were like $5 even for a pack. And I remember it was like, you buy a pack, take it to school, sell it to school, 50 cents per cigarette, and basically double your money. You'll get more.
Yeah.
Little game. And now, like, I work with a couple of guys that they don't smoke. They smoke like the top notch tailor-made, I guess you'd say, like, and the cheap ones, and they're over $20 a pack now. I'm just like, holy shit! Like, I smoked for quite a few years, over 20 years myself. So I can't really talk a lot of shit about it, but like, well, I can, but it's like, to me, it's like the dumbest fucking habit I can think of. And the more and more it gets expensive, I just like it's.
Yeah, I'm not an anti-smoking Nazi. I smoked up until Valentine's Day 2008. My wife and I both quit then, and it was one of those. It's too expensive. Just plain and simple. And if you got the disposable income and you can afford to smoke them, but personally, I'd rather smoke cannabis because I get something from it. Cigarettes, you get a buzz the first time, maybe the second, and then all it does is keeps your nerves from making you want more.
I quit in January, so it's almost been a year.
Fuck
right on, man. Smoke them if you got them.
I don't even want one. Don't even want one.
Oh man, I think I'd probably get sick if I smoked a cigarette.
I think it's been about 12.
I get pissed at myself for doing it. I was to now.
Give me a couple beers. I'll choke down a Marbread with you.
Well, I'll do a shot, a booby shot.
I think it's been about 12, 13 years or so since I've had a cigarette, and I just got like one of those nights. It was like, I remember it was the week before or the week after the Super Bowl of that year, around the time, and actually when I was 29, I believe, thinking about it. But anyways, it was just like, got real good and drunk that night, and one of those nights where you smoke 3 packs of cigarettes or so, and you wake up, you're just like, trying to breathe, and I was just like, you know what, I'm done. And just walked off. What are we looking at there? J5, still same stuff or something new?
This is that apples and bananas. Okay. And the
Apples and
animal
bananas.
cookie.
I hear a lot of
Animal
good
cookie by Apples and Bananas.
I hear a lot of good stuff about that one.
Hell yeah.
It's a nice size bud, for sure.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody in chat. Booby shots.
Booby shots. I love it. Sounds like time for a dab for everyone else. Get down.
Dab time.
Motherfucker, it's like not gonna play. Come on. So I think I'm gonna pop something this weekend. I'm thinking leaning towards some of the femmes I got from Thunder Dan, because I guess I like the idea of femmes, so I just the certainty of female, and because the numbers game is a thing I got to think of right now. So, but just to get a new thing or two in there, see what's up. I've seen how his plants have done outside of my dad's place, 4 hours north of me outdoors. But now let's see what they'll do indoors. And when I'm sitting there giving them max love,
Hey, you've learned they'll take some abuse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If they can survive the Great Canadian North, yeah.
Like lively crew here.
Yeah.
That last block.
I'm fucking exhausted.
I'm baked. That's my problem. I'm just so high. All that hash.
There you go.
Oh, Lord,
cheers, Agnes.
There he is. Thanks, Agnes, for the seeds for Sunday.
Don't put that in front of Blue Kiss while she's tripping. That fucking light up gimmick would probably have her giggling.
How much time we got left? Get up here,
He's a lot of fun. I had a
what?
lot of fun with Blue Kiss.
We got about 5 minutes.
I have no
Oh,
fucking TV
never mind.
or nothing. I got nothing to look at. Excuse me for looking at you. Oops. Sorry.
This is what I'm gonna trim up next.
So How much time? How much have you guys made it through on percentage wise of what you had ready to go there, G-Bay, for all your trimming crew? Have they made like a huge dent in your had? Oh yeah. J5 giving us a little show and tell as well. Love it.
This is ice cold from Soulfire.
Okay.
I'm just doing little samples right now. I'm not getting anywhere on it yet. I'm just like sample budding it. Oh, let's see what this one looks like. Let's see what this one smells like.
Okay. I'm a sucker for samples.
Everything's toted up, mostly limbed and all that, and it can sit there for a while now.
Well, I love it when you're getting to be at that point in time, especially a new strain you've never tried before, and you start once a week or so, start cutting the sample branch or nug or whatever, and see how they turn out. It's fun.
Yeah, because some of them have those terps that are really hard to resist and hold on. So you don't. You just you pinch a little bit each time, and yeah. And after a month, you're like, oh my god, this is like. It's funny how much a difference 1 month can take on a flower.
Or sometimes even the curing process. Like I've had stuff that smelled like some sort of candy. Couldn't be too over specific, but like really, really sweet. By the time it was done curing, it smelled like onion chip dip, or it's told like Funyuns by people, to the point like when you smell it a bunch of times to make sure it didn't go bad, because that's not what you put in that fucking jar, but it is.
Did somebody switch labels? Yeah.
Pretty well, right? But like, no, that's the jar.
Snap.
Cheers, everyone, chat.
Yeah, big up, chat.
Have a great night. Hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll see you all here back again for Sunday morning Wake and Bake. This is always a great time. I gotta say, I'm excited for these investment dogs that I got from Tyler. They're all standard. Like they like the abuse that I'm giving them. Be nice, strong plants. I've got clones of all those, like I've said, but that one that's already smells like fuel on the stem rub before I even flip it is just like, I feel like it could be a carbon filter killer. We'll see. Watch, it'll just be like completely different. Like we're just talking about, shit just changes like over the course of a few weeks. They'll come out smelling like red lollipops or something like that. I don't know.
If you get
That
Fireball, let me know.
The dog walker cross I grew of his, one of my favorites of the last few years.
Yep.
That cowboy caviar. Anything that shit, now I'm brain farting. Oh, dog walker. Give me everything dog walker.
We grew 2 different phenos of the investment dog out already, and then got rid of all the clones when I was trying to get rid of thrips. Like pretty much everything gotten rid of. And that's one of the few strains that the old lady and I both agreed was like, yeah, no, like that's something different. That's something special. More often than not, it'll be one of us really likes it for whatever reason, and the other one's like, yeah, it's good, but it's not like what I'm, And so that's another power of being able to grow and have that variety in there, because it just shows personal biology, right? My favorite isn't going to necessarily be J5's favorite. His favorite not necessarily going to be Big Word's favorite, so on and so forth.
I'm waiting for the Boston cream pie terps.
Damn.
In particular.
I get down with that.
I grew a bunch of different OG from like seed form that year, and that one from Tyler was the one that every single seed was like spot on OG. No gas, just straight funk. Yeah, they were nice, dude. Really nice.
I think I've got a few of his SFOG fem seeds kicking around still. I think when I had some sprouted and were doing their thing, they might have just got sacrificed once again when I was getting rid of stuff for the trips, thinking, well, it's time to just wipe out everything. I can't remember what the situation was, but I might have gave them to someone, but I do know I got some, no. Did I give them to Dad? No, they're not out in Dad's yard. And I can't think of anyone else that's growing plants. So I don't know.
A nice pollen donor that he got there. That's that Jodrey cut. So it was all cleaned up, 2 seed, and yeah, they were vigorous. Like fem on fem. With 2 OGs. Sometimes you might get something that is slow growing or just kind of funky or whatever. Not these, dude. They were all just gangbusters right out to the second jump.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, he's good stuff. With that, it looks like we're out of time here. Time to get on with the weekend, I guess. I want to thank you all, J5, Artman, Modern Genetics, Crazy Pop Mom, Big Word, Kingfisher, Thunder Dan, Blue Kiss,
Bye.
Everybody, Sniff, everyone that jumped on with us throughout tonight, Hoobie. It's awesome. We would like to see this, and we'll do this again before too long, I think. Give it a couple weeks and get together. Booby shot means dab time. And then we'll hit the rock and roll and hit the road.
It's forever.
Peace and love, people.
Yeah, we'll see y'all Sunday morning.
Yeah, see y'all Sunday morning. Thanks for everyone for jumping in. That was a great night, man. Good time. Good trim. Good.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Come
Good
on
time.
back again sometime.
Oh, so.
Good Friday.
Take me down to the graveyard. Show me a resting place. Take this worry away from me. My final bed to lay. I need asylum. In prison, forgotten and buried. Forgotten and buried. Well, I guess so. Never think about the future. 'Cause I've been wrong before. Heaven never warned you of the joys of hell. The world can get so manic, silence sits so well. I need asylum in prison, forgotten and married, forgotten and married. Like it's so never think about the future, 'cause I've been wrong before. Myself a coffin and I dug myself a hole.